Motion be agreed to. I call the member for Northern Tablelands.
Thank you, Mr. Temporary Speaker. I rise to support this motion and thank the member for Drummoyne for bringing it to the House. And I do so. In doing so, I wish all members of our Australian Olympic team every success at the Rio Olympics. But there's one person in particular as part of that team that all people in the Northern Tablelands electorate will have their eyes fixed on during the Olympics. And of course, our Hockey Roos squad have had tremendous success over in World Championships, over many Olympics for many decades. But I want to particularly mention and wish all the very best Armidale's Georgina Morgan. Georgina is a very talented hockey player, 23-year-old, currently studying, and I note the interjection of the member for Oxley, wishing Georgina all the best. She's currently studying at the University of Sydney. She's there at the moment studying a Bachelor of Applied Science majoring in exercise physiology, and she hopes to take up a clinical position as in physiotherapy later down the track, and I'm sure she'll be equally successful at that as she is at her chosen sport of hockey. But Georgina's always been destined to represent Australia. When she was in primary school, she helped Benvenue Primary School become joint state title holders when she was in Year 6. And then when she moved on to high school at Duval High School in Armidale, she actually led Duval to the state final, which unfortunately they lost that year. But she represented Northwest in the New South Wales CHS Championships at state titles from Year 8 through to Year 12. And also represented New South Wales CHS at Australian Championships. In fact, while she was at Duval High School in Year 12, she was actually named in the Gillaroos Under-21's national women's team. Such was her talent. Also a very talented cricketer, I'm very pleased to say, Mr. Temporary Speaker, a passion of mine, representing Duval and also Armidale in the Walter Taylor Shield, showing the boys how it was done, scoring many runs before turning all of her full-time efforts towards hockey. It'll be great for Georgina, representing Australia for the first time at the Olympics, to have the wonderful support again of her family. Her dad, Mark Morgan, who's an eye specialist in Armidale, and her mother, Liz, will be there in Rio. They're there right now, and they'll be watching every game, along with Georgina's sisters Adelaide, Lily and Edwina. All will be there supporting Georgina as she represents Australia for the first time in an Olympic Games. But it's not the first time she's represented Australia, Mr. Temporary Speaker. She has proven herself worthy of the green and gold playing in the Australian team at the 2015 World League Final. With her signature drag flick, it also led to a 1-0 victory against China in that opening round of that tournament, as well as over Argentina. But she first represented Australia at the age of just 17 when she was selected to tour Asia with the 2010 Australian All-Schools team. She made her debut international appearance for the Hockey Roos during a test series against New Zealand in 2014. The following year she helped Australia win gold at the Oceania Cup, the Hawke's Bay Cup, both in New Zealand. And as a very talented defender, as I said earlier, this will be her first time representing the Hockey Roos in an Olympic Games in Rio. I congratulate Georgina. I wish her and the Hockey Roos and all the Australian athletes all the success at the Olympic Games. And Georgina needs to know that myself, my family and everyone in Armidale and the broader Northern Tablelands will be watching her and cheering her on with great gusto. Good luck.